And we are live. Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you might be, and welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent, and welcome back to the Banner Saga 3, and now possibly, fingers crossed, I'm not totally sure, but judging on the length of the other games and how dramatic everything is getting, quite possibly the end of this whole series, which, not gonna lie, it's exciting. I will be hyped to do something new. It's been a slog, but then it was clearly always intended to be. Before we get started, thanks very much, Charities Lady Abby, and with the 16-month resub. That is ridiculous. Saying happy birthday month. Thank you very much. Yes, it is my birthday coming up. But more importantly, it's Eurovision season. Like, that's way more important. Starting tonight. Not in a week, tonight. Yeah. So if you were here last time, you'll remember everything was honestly quite traumatic. One party is continuing the slog through the underworld, where it's revealed exactly how much Eyvind broke the world, that he used to be the leader of Valka, and male Valka are all a bit crazy. And he drained the power of the Black Sun of the Underworld to bring Juno back to life, but it made her immortal, and also the sun then cracked and all the darkness spilled out, and also a big snake. So, you know, not great. And also that's what stopped the sun in the world above. You can't watch Eurovision, so you must celebrate in other ways. There must be a way you can watch it. There must. I will investigate. There must be. Cool. So, I think we're probably good to go. And yes, meanwhile in our barang, clock continues to tick down, and things continue to be quite stressful. We periodically have to fend off a lot of warped. Krumer's dead. Volker is still dead. Honestly, that's it for losing party members, so there's that at least. Alright, should we get back to it? I think we should do that. Rather than me just blathering about what you could have seen from the VOD beforehand. Or I could have if I watched my VODs, but I don't. Where are we? Oh, I think it had just crashed and now I have to do a fight again. Right, yes. Yes, speaking of fending off warped, let's do that. Come quick, says a bloody guard. He leads you up the wall to the menders, worse for wear. The warped pouring out of the darkness is still mostly dredge, but now you recognise more and more of them as Arbarang's clansmen, turned into nightmare creatures. Where is... You begin, noticing a pile of dead guards and a panicked mender holding his light against the approaching warped. I'm still here, pants Petrus. He kicks a warped dredge off the side, over the side of the wall. Lost a couple of menders. Warped are coming a lot faster now. Glad to see you, but I don't know how much longer we can hold out. Already a new horde approaches. So let's deal with that. You see these hands, you know what they are. They're for the horde. That was a terrible line. Okay, who's low level? Oh yes, and this is where I forgot Oddleaf existed and got her injured. Yes, I am remembering. Yes, because it spawns Oddleaf all the way over here, and it's just like, why? Why on earth would you do that? Why would we not maintain some kind of tight formation? Bunch of people standing next to it. Been excellent. Let's just hit this guy with a hammer really hard. Wait, does he use a hammer or an axe? I can't remember. Kill this fool. And immediately forget how ashes work. First time seeing this game and it really reminds me of Wildermyth. Yeah, agreed. It's got the same isometric but painterly thing. Art style is where I was going with that. Same kind of turn-based strategy. It's a lot darker and a lot harder, I would say, and also a lot buggier, as we have been discovering these past few days. Also, everybody who hasn't seen her in chat before, hi Victoria. Where do we want to... Is that an archer? Oh, damn it, they've got the... Completely forget that they have the willpower absorption thing. Zeph, you should probably be not there. But I guess you're there now. Let's just... Also, for someone who hasn't seen these games before, welcome to probably the last part of the last game. It's fine. The willpower thing's annoying, but we just gotta work through it. Or Ruben could just murder everyone. He's very good at that. For our local author, he's just very good at just murdering people with a axe, hammer. I honestly can't tell from the... Can I zoom in? I can zoom in. How did I not know I could zoom in? It's an axe. I've probably discovered that I can zoom in several times during this series, haven't I? Yeah, whatever. Eat the willpower damage. Why can't you try? Oh, because you can't get to the other side. Ugh. This is new. I haven't discovered that. Nice dodge. Good one, load in. Yeah, as ever, if I actually remembered how people's abilities worked, I'd be a danger. Zeph, you're an old lady with a stick, but here, have some actual stabbing to do. Okay, can we stop throwing things at the prince? It's literally illegal. Smash some armor off you. Luden, hate to break it to you, you are now on meat shield. Yes, everybody, please continue. Wait, what? Oh, Luden's dead. Okay, he will no longer be meat shielding. I regret to inform. Thought he had Sundering Blow. Oh well, just kill it, I guess. And kill this archer. Because we are on a time limit. And then I guess move in on this archer. Should really have told him to go around the ashes, but hey, in a just world, he would have thought to go around the ashes himself, because come on. Retreat, and then... Does anybody need a mend? No, it might be better to just Runic Gale and give us some buffs to pick up. If they can just keep walking through the ashes. Oh no, wait, the ashes heal them. Oh, and now Zeph's gone, her runes disappear. Oh, come on. Bird of Prey to get to that one. You don't have Bird of Prey. Move on. Just shoot this guy. Oh, I forgot she had knockback. And then you don't have any willpower, but luckily we're on the side of the walls where I can just use the horn to get some back and kill you both. Ubin gets a level. We enter pillage. And we clear the wave. And Saga gets a level. And I guess, whatever. We will be fighting. So, how is everybody looking? Ubin is some armor and a bunch of willpower down. Saga is pretty much fine. Eric is pretty much fine. Oddleaf is pretty... Actually, they're all pretty much fine, especially because Eric can give Ubin some willpower back. So let's just get a couple extras. Who's level 10 and wants to play? Let's have Petrus and Canary. Sounds good. Oh god, I didn't redeploy people, and Canary has spawned off in the death corner, but luckily the warped have mostly spawned over here. Stone Singer is doing Stone Singer things, and I don't like it. Oh, Eric gets to go first. Oh, in that case, just immediately rally Ubin, have a bunch of willpower, go forth and use it to murder my son. Don't use it to murder my son. It's coming to my attention that I may have phrased that poorly. Stop throwing things at Oddleaf. She's the best. Are we still doing phrasing? Yeah. Yeah, that one's on me. Stop flailing at me, honestly. For that. No, not that. No, it's... Oh, wait, this is Oddleaf. I thought I was controlling Saga. It's not Daniel's job to check for phrasing. Yeah, that is one of the few jobs here that is entirely on me. She's slag there. Because that does flat damage that isn't affected by her own strength. Although, now I realise that to get anywhere I will have to make Ubin basically walk through it. Ah, he can skirt round to that ash. And you're dead. Stop stabbing the horse people. Okay, now mule kick this idiot. And retreat. Just because I said stop stabbing the horse people doesn't mean you are allowed to stab everybody else. Just stop stabbing, honestly. And then they'll get umbraged, but that's fine because that just gives me a free turn to do stuff in. Horseborn, be dead. Oh, and you were stunned from that mule kick. Excellent. You, be dead. My one remaining wife doing excellent work here. Petrus just completely no-sell that. Beautiful. Knock all the armor off this one. Get stabbed. Alas. Come down here. Tempestuo. Because there were only two targets. If there was another one, it'd be a Tempestrio. That was barely even a joke, Emma. Come on, what are you doing with your life? Well, that's a harrowing noise the Horseborn make when they go down that I had completely forgotten. Yes, Eurovision is what I'm doing with my life. I think people know it. This, side gig. My actual job, side gig to the side gig. Missed a bit of ash there, but whatever. Just hit this stone singer really hard. Oh, and crit, take him down, and it kills everybody else. Why did that kill everybody else? You know what? Don't care. I'll take it. Take those in our favour. Betrayal. Pierced by a rusted nail, this warrior figure feels wrong. Powerful, but wrong. Ubin gets a promotion. Saga gets a level. Don't look a gift horse person in the mouth. See, the horny comment I was about to make about Canary is staying on the inside. A sweet sound of ding 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 renown. Now, is it going to actually let me get past this point? Yeah! The warp monsters beyond the light are becoming increasingly aggressive. Despite the victory, the writing's on the wall. We bought some time, Zephyr says, but this is not sustainable. We're going to have to fall back before long. One day! This adds up to 37 hours. My dude, that's 3 days. Why are you screwing me with maths like this? Resolved the horseborn dispute. No, we didn't. We just stood there and then there was a murder. Apologies if I keep looking over there. I am waiting on an email. Is the deal with this game that there's creeping death and the things you do just push them back to creeping death? It is now. Like, the first 2 games, not so much. This game, oh yes. 100%. One of your teams is just pushing back the darkness from the city, and the other team is in the underworld actually trying to fix it. In the back of your mind, you always knew it was coming. A fearsome figure stands before the White Tower before a crowd of warped terrors.
I almost started to worry you wouldn't make it.
Bolvet growls.
Knew I'd see your smiling faces again.
I was expecting the serpent myself.
The serpent carved a path for me straight to this place.
You remember the quakes near the cliffs and put the pieces together. Must be getting pretty desperate if it brought you here to deal with us.
On the contrary, seems like a great idea to me. Go ahead, try some mind tricks. See what rage really looks like.
This is the last chance for reason, Balverk. Your ravens can survive this.
They're not mine anymore, witch. You know, I saw this place in my dreams. So this is where the Valka did all their dirty deeds. Stole your powers. Never thought I'd end up taking the Dredge's side.
I don't think rushing him at this point would be a good idea. I didn't come all this way to fail here.
And you're about to feel like a real ass. But let's come to cut to the chase. I didn't come to kill ravens, or Ingvar the child killer.
He points his axe at a paling Avend.
I'm here to kill the snivelling little bastard who caused all this. No I was to jump down this time.
If I had a penny for every time I've heard that, I don't know where I'm going with this joke. Alright then. Do I have renown to spend? Yes, I do. Is that hydrate thing just a reminder for literally any time Bolvek says words? Because if so, fair. Okay, and who's the least injured? Everybody is injured, but who is the least injured? Okay. Now everybody else is solidly injured. Let's take Ollie, because he's great. The Castaway. And Valgard. Get some armor in there. That looks good. Alfred, you want a level? Can't give her a heroic title. What? Give her more willpower regen, because she does burn through it. Anybody where I can put in heroic title levels? Why can only either have a heroic title? Is it just for main characters? Because if so, that's annoying, because I was, like, not using some of them so I could save them for other characters. Anyway, be even more unmoved. Have more strength, which is good, because you're going to go into this injured. Oh wait, he's not even in this fight. Ignore me. Well, here we go then, I guess. What Valka crystal, what does that say? Volatile crystal sends shards flying when struck. Okay, that sounds worrying. Over here we have Bolvek, but immediately we have, what's that? That's not a Scourge, is it? What's the word? Shield. Yeah, Shield Banger. Those are a thing. Stone Singer there, Scourge, Grunt, and these don't seem to be active for the minute, so that's fine. Juno, fall back a little. Alfrun, stand next to her, and let's go. Okay, you stand there and Stonewall just in preparation. Spar if you want to stand next to him. And just live there. Alfrun now. Wait, no, this is Juno. I can read. What's the range on Bamboozle? What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think she'll need to be there to get that guy. But it's fine, she can tank on account of being literally immortal. That was a terrible bamboozlement. Come on. Yeah, I really don't know what the Valka crystals are going to do if I shatter them, so I'm just going to leave them alone for the time being. Although it is also noticeable that they seem to be avoiding shattering them. So maybe we should? Doesn't need to do anything. Yeah, don't love that. Okay, right. I see how this works. So we need to set up a line. I mean, it's probably better for him to just mess this guy up, but good to know for the future. Stone Singer goes off to sing some stones. And you know, there's a lot of them about. So if Spar goes there and hits this... Yes. Fires in a straight line from where you hit it. Does damage. Yes, keep hitting the immortal, you idiots. I could bamboozle you, but instead I think I'll just hit you with this spear. Stop beating up an incredibly old man. Also literally illegal. Boop. Oh, you were I hate how you can never tell what they're casting until it's too late and that happens. If you go there and then hit this crystal. Yes, good. Why did Alfrun get aggro there? What does your threat table even look like? Sure, whatever, either willpower damage. Might be best to flail. I don't have any willpower because I just ate all that willpower damage. Well, I guess that's me reaping and then sowing in incredibly short measure. Short order is the phrase, not short measure. That's not a thing. I know all the words. But there's only the two of these left. Yeah, these have extremely high strength, so the damage output is faintly ridiculous. Alfluence down, but the Castaway can save us all. See, rescuing the dredge was a good idea, y'all, because this one can throw rocks really hard. And then she's probably going to umbrage herself. Can't zap her from here, so I guess let's get closer and then zap. Just keep juggling her in that animation. Don't love how then she just snapped back to the casting animation. I mean, honestly. I'm not going to have enough willpower to make this because I'm going to walk through the ash. Oh well. Yep. No handy crystals. The bamboozle wouldn't do much, so instead should just give Sparta some willpower. And then we need to go and stand next to him to increase the willpower, and also in this case shield wall. Weird lag on that animation, but sure. You've got a ton of willpower. Just go for it. Excuse me, did that umbrage just hit the ones who aren't even on the battlefield yet? That feels cheap as hell. Be dead. Reinforcements. Great. Oh, and we don't even have a choice whether to fight or flee here. Everybody retreat. Okay, who else do we have? Let's just start putting out big hitters. Ivor, you're still actually mostly fine. Sigbjorn. Nope, nope. Let's play Emma remembers how to use the interface. Sigbjorn's pretty injured. Who else have we got? Come on, big hitters to the front. Oh yeah, Sigbjorn's only level 8, so no wonder he's a bit injured. Apostate could actually do some healing. Avent? Maybe? How squishy is Avent looking at the minute? Pretty damn, but you can put out some good damage if I keep him protected. And Maybe Ditch or Mogan. Or actually, how many strength is Bercy on? Yeah, Bercy you can meat shield. Okay, now everybody move so Bercy's not stuck behind a crystal when he moves. There we go. Let's go! More warped enter the fray, and there's another wave after this. We've got a Stone Singer. What's that? A Grunt. What? A Warhawk. They've never had Warhawks before, damn it. Slinger, Excursion, 2 Stone Singers. Hope you like Umbrage, because we put some Umbrage in your Umbrage. Excuse me, did you just get close to us? Well, prepare to be bamboozled. And it'll make you do nothing except walk slightly further away, which frankly is more inconvenient for us. Didn't think that through, perhaps. Either go punch a rock. Like you're Chris Redfield. I'm not going to unbridge myself just yet. If he gets there, can he hit with Arc Lightning? Yes, the range is the same as Bamboozle. I'm never going to call it Confuse again. I hope you all know that. It's Bamboozle forever. He just walked in front of Bercy. I'm an idiot. Alright, go the long way. There's a Stone Singer just there. Didn't notice that. Oh god. Oh dear. Oh dear. I also wonder what the etymology of bamboozle is. There must be a good story there. Okay, you be insulted because I don't want you to do anything. Okay, who's this, Juno? Early 18th century, unknown origin. Well, that's disappointing. But for that disappointing knowledge, I'm just going to do it again to the same one. Haha, bamboozled! No, I said bamboozled, not hit me with a mace. For that misinterpretation, have a bunch of damage. Someone claims that it comes from the French for to make a baboon of someone. Excellent. Frankly, even if that's not true, I am hereby stating that it is. That's a stream-certified fact, y'all. You know what? While we're locking this guy down, Troll Stones, Troll Stones. Oh. Oh, cool. It would have been cool if it had told me before it deleted the one I put in front of him. Juno goes down, but, you know, won't last. Because she's still leeching energy from the Black Sun. Bessie is still stuck behind people. Hey. Is this entirely my own fault? Let's go with no. I'm being informed that it is. Spar, go and punch this person you just insulted. Like we were outside of Weatherspoons. Oh, thought she'd attack, but no. Instead, we're just gonna wobble. Eat the energy of the Dark Sun to regain your life. That slinger was on Overwatch, didn't notice that. Extremely cool. Oh, yeah, the splash damage is something to watch out for when there are crystals around. God, I always forget how slow the apostate is. Took a risk, paid off. Only 15 turns left, I don't like that. But then, I mean, all that happens if we haven't done it in 15 turns is we just spawn straight into the next set. Which, sure, whatever. '21 strength? Hot take, but that's frankly too many. 18's still too many, but you know, we're working on it. Oof. All the energy is so far away. I mean, that's a 2022 mood right there. Might just come back to her early. Everybody gets unbridged, don't love it. But it does mean I can just hit this guy for 10 immediately. I've never understood why the splash damage, when you've got splash damage and knockback, the splash damage happens from the place they were knocked back to. That, it doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but you know. Normally I'd complain about the tentacle thing, but honestly at this point, just hitting somebody would have been far worse, so go wild. Oh, that, again, killing the Stone Singer seems to kill at least some of the others. Is there a way to tell which ones are governing which? I don't know. Good dodge, despite being the size of an actual house. Yeah, we're not getting through these in 7 turns, so I think Bolverk and his mates may be coming onto the stage. Meanwhile, Stonesinger over there does some more wobbling. And she can't move on to spaces that are occupied in the physical world, which, sure, I guess. Okay. Welp. Kill this one before it can get unbridged. Is there anybody within range of a mend who needs it? Yeah, Spar. They all get unbridged. God, Bolverk is going to be on a billion strength when he actually makes it to the field in 2 turns. Rise and walk. And give people some willpower. Enemy reinforcements. Yay. Oh, that's so many. That's so many warped and there's only 4 of us. That's too many warped.
Your journey ends there.
Is Bolverk just here to kill everything? Because, I mean, that's better than the alternative, which was just killing me. Oh, and he's got 29 strength. That's an excessively large number. Like, I know in most contexts, 29 is, you know, not a huge number. In this context, oh yes. If it's cold enough for him to be wearing the fur shawl, why is his chest bare? Well, I mean, the answer to both parts of that are, he's a berserk. So he's got to be wearing the bear skin because that's literally where the word comes from. And his chest is bare because he doesn't give the slightest crap. Bearskin plus bearskin. Thank you for tomatoing yourself so I didn't have to. No, he can't. Anybody need mending? Apostate. Be meant. Okay, so what we need to do here is just insult Bolverk until he never does anything again. Yeah, take that, incomprehensible old Norse. Also, can I bamboozle Bolverk? I doubt it'll let me because the whole thing has been him building up a resistance to Juno. And actually, no, I'd much rather bamboozle the smaller people so they hit Bolverk. Like that. I'd really love if I had Alpha in around to throw around some heals at the minute, but I don't, so. I'm concentrating fire on Bolverk because I'm just assuming that hopefully if I take him down, everybody else goes down with him. Let's surround him with troll stones and test that theory. I can still only throw 2 of them. No, I can only throw 1 of them. I only have 1 willpower. Again, the interface could do a much better job of explaining that if it, you know, did literally any explaining that. Juno takes a large hit. Poke. Doesn't kill either, which is frankly nice of him. And I've still got willpower. Now battering ramming him wouldn't be worth it really. Just strip the last of his armor. Juno goes down, but that's fine because once again, immortal. Hit him for 10. Yes. 7, that number's lower than 29, and thus I approve. Oh, and look. Avon can conveniently hit for 7. Sparta tells everyone a story about how awesome that was. They don't all go down, I'm doomed. I'm doomed. Really thought that would be the end of the fight. It was not. I don't think that was hubris, that was just me thinking the game was playing to different rules to what it turned out it was. It's just bad luck, is what that is. Basically, I'm in a terrible situation, and I was hoping. And if there's one thing we've learnt about hope, it's that I should never ever do it because it ends badly. If there's 2 things we know about hope, it's that it's the favourite subject of Estonian cowboys, but that's a joke for tonight, I suppose. Wow, when I phrased it like that, it sounded weirdly sexual, didn't it? It's a Eurovision joke, for clarity. Yes, it did, I know. I'd apologise if only I was sorry. Okay, head over there. Try and hurt this stone singer some. Yeah, I'll be looking up Estonian cowboy in Urban Dictionary. Yeah, that won't end well. Ah, can't quite reach her body. Damn it. Everybody gets unbridged. This is very bad. Juno comes back to life. There's nothing for Estonian cowboy, but do not under any circumstances look up Estonian banquet. Do you know what? I believe you. You be bamboozled and hit... Okay, I thought you'd hit the other stone singer, but hitting that stone singer is also acceptable. But don't hit that stone singer. That's my stone singer, and now we enter pillage. Oh god. Oh god. Bamboozle this one, I guess. And now watch as Juno gets murdered. Okay, so... are we gonna have to just do this fight again? Or is it going to be like, welp, you lost, the story is over, goodbye, and then delete itself? Your enemies will not soon forget this day. I think they will, because the world's ending. Consequences, everyone has been injured, but then everyone was already injured, so... ugh. Cascading failure. Yeah, it is real. Oh, something went wrong? Well, be prepared for everything to go wrong forever in that case. We still got 18 renown, which I will remind you is almost as much renown as we earned by killing a god in front of the capital city. You glance up. The White Tower is much taller than you imagined. Tall enough to reach a sun, you wonder? A trick of perspective. No, there really are that many stairs. This should be the end, but you push past your exhaustion and your many wounds and scoop up Avend, dragging Juno along. Okay, so we do get to continue. You race up the endlessly spiralling stairs, 3 at a time. The screams of the dying ravens who delay Bolverk fill your ears. So was that a hopeless battle? Possibly. Chapter 22. Only we few remember it now. Well, this is drama. Just the 3 of us left. Quickly, the top of the tower is just up these stairs. We have scarce a little time before Bolverk follows. This is crazy. Still can't believe that's an actual sun. Are you really gonna put it back in the sky somehow? Avend will. Juno, there has to be some other way. I can't. You can't. We've come this far. Hey, I made that joke. That's a reference I made for the stream advertising. Don't go stealing my lines. Wait, Juno, wait. If this is really happening now, give me a moment. Juno and Avend embrace. One final time. Avend whispers something meant only for her. And then, you're forced to move on. Are we assuming that everybody who was in that battle was dead? I'm thinking probably yes.
The world lives or dies here. This is it.
I swear, like, once a chapter either gets lines in a cutscene, and it's purely to remind me how little like the voice I do for either his canonical voices. But then, hey, none of my voices are anything close to canonical, or in fact good. At the centre of the tower, Juno sits upon the pedestal, and Eyvind reluctantly begins his task. Juno hovers in the air. Excuse me, I'm talking here. Immobilised. She looks peaceful, as if finally letting go of the burdens she'd carried this far. And you hear a familiar rumbling. No rumbling in these games has ever led to anything bad. And in this case, his angry Jormungand. The serpent raises its tattered head to the tower top. It speaks in an ancient tongue as before. Begone, creature. You don't even have the strength to crush this tower anymore. Maybe you shouldn't be sassing the devil snake. The serpent continues its low, undulating speech like smoke rolling over seawater. Eyvind stops. He's listening.
Go this farewell.
What does it want? It is giving up. It wants to make a deal. Eyvind, my dude, have you ever read literally any folk story from anywhere in the world ever? Did it include somebody making a deal with a snake? If yes, did that end well? Half a prophecy of extinction, it says. The darkness will lift and it will spare our brang. It consumes only half the world. Half the world? In exchange for what? Juno's energy. If I release it to the serpent, Juno will be gone, but she won't suffer. You can tell Eyvind is seriously considering it. Because yes, the thing for those of you who missed last time is that as it stands with the original plan to bring back the sun, Eyvind needs to put all the energy back into the dark sun. That energy is all in Juno, so it would seal her inside it, and she's now immortal, so she would just be there forever. But I don't think in good conscience I can trade literally half the world for one person. Anyway, let's make the point I just made. You're going to trust this thing to keep its word? I am negotiating with it. Negotiate with me. Eyvind returns his attention to you with frustration on his face. Behind him, the serpent slithers in resentment at being ignored. Don't you understand what's happening here? How could I? It's been nothing but lies and secrets since we first met. What choice did we have? Try to imagine if I told you the truth when we met. It was hard enough convincing anyone to listen in the first place. Back in Seagrholm, when I begged you to wait for Juno, how long did you wait? Would you have been so quick to abandon Rook or Roulette? After all I did in Einertoft to save the Varl from extinction. If you knew the truth, you'd have drowned me in that lake yourself. I couldn't even trust you to save yourselves. We waited because we trusted you. True enough, but only until you had to consider your own discomfort. What's the point of this, Ivor? So brothers and clansmen can keep killing each other over petty disputes. So Varl and Dredge can go on destroying each other over ancient history. Even after we realized the Dredge were only fleeing the darkness, same as the rest of us. Even after discovering a Dredge child dying in the snow, an infant, everyone was ready to slaughter it like a pig. And yet, the dread shadow lives on, even now. So maybe 1 in thousands is spared. Is this really what you want to argue right now? Look, you've made good points, but try to put yourself in my position. Asked to weigh the fate of the world against their loved ones, would anyone choose the world? I swear, how long on this stream can I go, like, how often do I have to just shout about collective action? Because Avon, my dude, collective action. Yes, sometimes we have to lose our loved ones for literally the entire world. And yes, that sucks. You should still do it. Hot take, the people you love are not intrinsically any more important than everybody else. You just think they are because you're you. The serpent slithers anxiously. It's not accustomed to being ignored, but Avon seems determined to get this off his chest. And we both know how this world really is. Remember Dangler's Godstone? That old woman lies to our faces about who attacked who, then she mocks us for not butchering that stoneholder on sight. And even with the truth laid so bare before us, there was a debate. How can we hope to overcome that kind of spite and ignorance, that hatred? What are we fighting so hard to preserve exactly? Yeah, I'm torn between... I like that first one, because has he actually talked to her? We got plenty of time to ask that stoneholder how she feels about it. Fair enough, I do understand your meaning, but... yeah, you don't know the depths of it the way I do. There was a woman near Orsma River, after we somehow survived crossing the chasm. Some of her own clansmen had tied her to a stake, which, they screamed, she was meant to starve to death. I can still see her face, the torture and the pain. Wait a minute, this is the end of the Fifth Element. Has Avon discovered war? Are we going to have to make out with him to remind him that the world is worth saving? Spoilers for the Fifth Element, I guess. Do you remember how many days she had hung there, starving before we arrived? 3 days. So they told us. Maybe those men lied. Or with the sun stopped, maybe they miscounted. She had been there at least 7 days already. I could feel her agony in the tapestry. According to their own absurd rules, it proved she wasn't a witch. She should have been freed. Can you imagine suffering like that for a world that doesn't even remember you? That's what this is about, isn't it? This is about Juno. I'm not trying to make everything about Juno. I just need to believe in what I'm supposed to do. Avon seems to be swayed by your arguments. The coils of the serpent are wrapping tighter around the tower, and you can feel its patience growing thin. When we found Juno's body smashed and broken on the frozen sea, I saw that same fate for her as that poor woman starving to death. Suffering. Alone. Forgotten. Everyone else was so quick to give up on her. I'm grateful that you did not, but that's what you're asking me to do now. That's what she was asking. I must sound pathetic, a little bit. I realize it has to be hard to sympathize. But maybe of all people, you can, Ivor. When you stood against Belor on the bridge at Einertoft, I finally recognized you, and I knew what you had done to Reyes and his child. You followed us both back to Bursgard to finish the job. What would you give to have Rook back? Don't make Juno suffer an even worse fate, please, Ivor. Trust me to find a solution. This is kind of all your fault in the first place, my dude. Avon turns back to the serpent, his body radiating immense power as he speaks to it again. Oh no. Your muscles tense. Your heart races. Is Avon even telling you the truth? The axe is already in your hand. If you're going to do something, it has to be now. Yeah, there you go. It's what I said. Avon, this is what Juno wanted. Avon again stops speaking to the serpent, but this time he turns to you with sorrow instead of anger. Juno is everything this world deserves. Instead, you got me. I'm so tired, Ivor. Courage. This was the hard part. Forgive me, Juno. I love you, always. Really? Really? Game? This is an even worse place to freeze than on a loading screen. Daniel, you know what to do. Thank you, Daniel. Welp, let's see how far back it kicks us. Yeah, because it's not frozen per se, it is just hanging in this animation cycle. Until I press this button and it goes away. It's like he's side-eyeing QA. Ugh, yeah. To be fair, I think it worked fine at the time. It's just, by all accounts, it doesn't get on well with modern hardware. Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh. Alright.
I've never seen anything like the sun coming to life. And I hope I never will again.
Didn't kick us back at all.
Stuck with him, just a speck so far above our heads was Juno, who turned the darkness into light. Ivan did not want to leave the sun behind as we departed the inner earth. I expect he will return there often. No warp crossed our path on the long trek home. They've all turned to ash. And now, we are coming to this journey's long end. The same thought rattling around my head the whole way. Do I dare to hope?
That ending might feel a whole lot more satisfying had I not just had to force crash the game to get it to load. Lost the dramatic tension but won the war. Yeah. I don't know, that was a weird ending. And I'm sure there were other endings, like if the serpent actually got its way and stuff like that. But yeah, that was a weird ending. I mean, it's probably even weirder for you because you haven't seen the first two games, but at the same time, that was a weird ending. I don't remember the ending feeling this unsatisfying when I played it the first time, but then I don't remember the ending at all. That last battle almost felt like it was a guaranteed loss. Yeah. Again, there might be a different ending if you don't lose it. Oh, there's more. Excellent. It's almost hard to believe they really did it. Whatever it is. The sun's actually moving again. For a long time, things were looking pretty hopeless. Well, you're going Irish, but that's a different accent. The gods are dead, the world turned to dust, and still we survive. Are we all that's left? I don't think so. Life will return. The Lament of the Cranky Scald. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I mean, that's how a lot of stories end. Grass and green will sprout from the dust. I believe there are other survivors, Val in the north, perhaps huddled around godstones. South of the darkness there may still be horseborn fleeing across the fields, or ships of men, or dredge without Sundr. So, we rebuilt. I just wish that my dad could be here to see this. I know how proud he'd be. For a long time now I've been thinking of an epic poem. I'll never guess the inspiration. Would you care to hear what I got? This seems like an ideal moment. Elio smiles and draws his lute from around his back. He sings with a brightness in his voice. Oh god, now I'm going to have to try and maintain his accent and a tune. Only the sun had stopped, cut with keen-edged sword. Little did they sleep, lest they not come home. Weary the weight of the sun, of our bones the ills, the slayer and the slain. From their homes all must flee, and cast their hone into the air. These are the chapter titles! Fair play. To speak in all tongues where a foe may lurk, the destined day shall come. The fetters will burst, brothers fight, and kinship stain, and in fear quake all. The true hero comes reluctantly, raise an eye their shining light. Alas, the sea is still dead and wide, the hounds are a-hungered. We live as we will live, with the mighty grief that was ours and theirs. Only we few remember it now. Elio gives a little cough to indicate he's done. It's not bad. A little bleak, maybe. It could use a couple more verses at the end there. Elio laughs. Oh, you're right. It certainly could. Wait, what's that? Do you see it? You squint into the ashes of twisted land spread out across the horizon. Oddleif's right. Something that's moving. It looks like a line of people at the front. Is that Ivor? Is this actually the end, or are we going to get another credit scene? Okay, no, that was a much nicer end, I will say. Ooh, we have singing and cool line art. This is very nice art. Volker, one of my wives. Pour one out. Got a left and Oddleif, I'm presuming. Yeah. Sewing the banner. Oddleif teaching Alette to shoot. Yeah, we're sitting through the credits because, you know, the music's nice and the game was worth it, and frankly all of these people made an excellent thing. It just doesn't cooperate terribly well with modern machines. How old is this game? God, the answer to that will probably depress me. I think the third one came out in like 2012, so 10 years. Yeah, that sounds about right for when I would have got it. I missed that last one. Was that? That's all of Val having a party. Voice actors. Respect these voice actors, because, you know, respect all voice actors. Because otherwise you're disrespecting me and I will fight you. Everyone out on the plains with the horseborn. Oh yeah, it's Ubin and Canary and Rach. Alette punching Ruger in the face, punch a racist. The most important moment of the game, they're right there. Ruger about to assassinate the king because he sucks. Folka and a bear. This is the spin-off we need. Devs, if you're watching, more of this, please. Just want a game where you're just Folka and her bear. Was there a credit there for Conclave members? I mean, I think this was... I mean, the first game was definitely kickstarted. I don't know if the rest of them were, but that could very well be a thing there. There's Ivor having just... Oh, it's that after he killed Rays. Hogan and Mogan. Bros forever until they weren't. Translators, you should respect these people as well, because, my god, it's surprisingly hard work. Here's Bellower. And some other people. Oh no, that's not Bellower, that's just some generic dredge. Oh, and Alfred talking with them. And here are some kids acting out the story, which is always cute. I don't even like kids, but still. That, just when that image comes up in stories, it's cute. Really would have been nice if the song was the length of the credits, but here we are. And Rook and Alette. And one production, baby. Oh, it's not just Rook and Alette, that's young Alette and that's Oddleaf. Or possibly Alette's mum. And here the Ravens tell the story and commemorate their lost ones. Which is a weird way of phrasing that. All the art that comes up on the right is, I get a very interesting slow reveal because I'm blocking half of it. I could just look to my right and tell you what it is. It's Rook and Alette being cute. A battle with an octopus? What? While we're talking about Folka and her bear, can we have some clarification on what that scene was? Because I don't remember it. Swear there weren't that many tentacles in the game. Or possibly there were and I've just forgotten, because hell, it was a long 3 months. Is that... Oh, that's a godstone for Juno. Yeah, because the chance of her not being remembered as a sun goddess in successive generations is very, very small. Oh hey, Kickstarter. Now, I'm going to imagine all the interesting art has finished because Kickstarter credits are really, 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 really long. Ah, you can mouse wheel down them, that's nice. I also truly appreciate the help and support of my community. You're all great. All of my communities, even those who aren't here right now. But frankly, right now, I appreciate those of you who are slightly more. Just a little bit. Ah, the dreaded loading screen. Is it going to crash here just for old times? Nope, because it never crashes when it would be funny or appreciated. The Banner Saga series complete. I swear, all these trilogies, I start with the best of intentions, and then they become quite a slog. Only for most of them, I don't have to take a break for 3 months in the middle of it. Do I have... Sorry, I keep checking if I've got an email, because... No, that's for a different thing. Just checking if I had to come off earlier because of quiz reasons, but people are not replying to emails, so things aren't getting scheduled, so that's fine. What? My stream deck is flashing lights at me. I don't know why. Okay, so... Actually, you know what? I know I've not been on long, but it's the end of the series. It's been a week, and I'm very busy this evening, like very busy. So I think we might just call it there. Sorry for those of you who are expecting a longer stream, but on that note, if you're watching this live, or like very soon after live, if it's still Tuesday is my point, then 8 o'clock British time, that is what, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, I can count. Check out twitch.tv/QuizzyDan, that's QuizzyDan, where I am guesting on his commentary watch-along thing of the first Eurovision semi-final. It's going to be great. I'm going to have opinions and argue with people and generally tell everybody that if they don't like certain songs, they are incorrect. So yeah. And also, there are a couple of artists who I will just make fun of the entire time. So tune in to see which those are. So yes, 8 o'clock British time is when the semi-finals start. I'm going to look up a way Americans can watch it and put it on my Twitter if I find it. So check that out. But if you don't want to see that, why not? But otherwise, I'll be back on Thursday as per regular when we will start a new thing. Do I know what it is yet? No, I had a whole list of stream games in my head, and then I had to take a 3-month break, and they've disappeared because nothing is in my head for that long. Okay, but let's do the standard wrap-up, shall we? Yes, thank you if you've been watching. Thanks to everyone who's been stuck around to stay to the end of this whole series. It's been great, and loved having you all along on the journey. If you've been watching this, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Sarasent, that is SERASENT, and you can find me here on the House of Hubris every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM British time, that is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific, where I play video games. I don't know what to tell you. That's what I do. It's the bit where you just saw me playing video games, I play a lot of video games. If you want to know when I am live, in case I have anything else going on, which I might, then you can check out... No, don't check anything out. Follow us. That's how this works on Twitch. Click the follow button. Won't cost you anything, and you'll get notifications whenever I'm live. And if you miss anything, you can check out VODs on my Twitch for up to 8 weeks after the fact, or go over to my YouTube, which is currently youtube.com/users/rf191999, or you can click the link just down there, where you can find all of my VODs going back to the start of my stream over a year ago. There's a lot of games there, so there should be something for everyone, and if there isn't, let us know what would be. If you want to give us a subscription over there, again, doesn't cost you anything, puts my numbers up, and means whenever we do update, we will be back to regularly updating soon, and you will get hot, fresh VODs in your subscription feed. And also, it'll get me towards being able to have a nicer URL. Also, if you want to support me rambling financially, then you can, of course, cheer or subscribe on the Twitch, but you very much don't need to. Just turn up and hang out and be chill and have fun together. And that's really all we need. Yes, if you want to see me in other projects, then you can, because, as I say, tonight, Eurovision stream. Thursday, I will have my regular stream, and then again, 8 British time, Eurovision stream, except that will be on my channel, because Dan is away, so I will be bringing in my own panel to steal his format. And then if you want to see me talk about the final, I won't be doing that like actually on air because I'll be watching it with family, but check my Twitter, I'll be tweeting throughout the night. I didn't actually mention what that was. My Twitter is @Waruce, that's WARUCE. Again, the link is down there. Yes, and then in other projects, from June, I forget this every time. How do dates work? 4th, June the 4th, at 5:30 Eastern, that is 10:30 British time, 2:30 Pacific. Check out twitch.tv/thehypegoblin, that's THEHYPEGOBLIN. Yes, I will keep saying 4th, where you can see me and a cast of excellent role players on a new ongoing Numenera campaign. I'm very excited for that. We've got cool characters, the art is amazing, the people are great, and I'm just generally very hyped. Come and see me be a wizard a billion years in the future. Yes, I am on Sarah's channel. Did you not see the announcement? It's a good announcement. They made a poster and everything. Yes. And I think that's everything. If I've missed something, feel free to, I don't know, DM me and say you're an idiot. Because you'll probably be right. But otherwise, join us again on tonight for Eurovision, Thursday for more video games, then Thursday for more Eurovision. And yes, love you all, and I will see you around. Bye.